I've got mine actually.
Oh, they've just had a damper comp here, the Camping with Mates event.
Yeah.
The chicken wings, I don't think they qualify as a damper, but look at that one. A hot cross damper.
Yeah, it's a very...
I've never seen that one before.
Oh God, this is, I'm going to break that off.
Can't beat a good damper. Wash it down with a cup of tea.
Oh God, that's going to come.
That is an impressive looking damper, I must say. So this is the Williams River, everyone, and we're having the camping event at the Williams River Holiday Park. What a stunning location. But for those who don't know, this caravan park has flooded 5 or 6 times this year and been underwater badly. And it only opened like a week ago. We only just, you know, the grounds have been that soggy and that. We're the first camping big group to be allowed into the park, so very lucky. Some big ducks out there. Lukey Alexander caught one the other day, guys. Had a bloody fishing hook in his beak, and Lukey caught the duck and got the hook out of its mouth, out of his bill. So good stuff. Yeah, just excuse my shadow, but there's the guys out there. They just had a damper competition. Yeah, really nice caravan park. This is down the bottom. This was all underwater as far as you can see. We're up on the hill there, but Brad Howell's Zone RV. Oh, Ty Fenwick's on his way out, everyone. Have a look at this for a beast. Slacken, are you watching this one, mate? The big F250. That is a nice setup. Ty Fenwick, guys. That's the name of his YouTube channel. Bloody lovely guy. Have a look at that for a setup, my goodness. She turned some heads, that one. Big F250. Shelter green. When that colour's in the sunlight, it is unbelievable. Absolutely beautiful. Morning, everyone. Well, we've left the Camping with Mates event. Well done to all those who organised it. Absolutely fantastic. And we're punching inland, guys. We're heading north, but we're heading northwest. We're going home the inland way, and we're going home through towns I've never seen before. We're currently in Wixie and Paula's hometown of Gunnedah, everyone. And there's some wheat silos here that have been painted up. Terry and Robin and Steve and Annie recently did the wheat silo run, looking for all the painted up wheat silos. There's a lot around. I wish they'd paint them all up. I guess they'll get there one day, but absolutely fantastic. And this one here is painted up with an Aussie theme, and it's got a famous Australian poem on there, everyone. Written by Dorothea McKellar. I don't know what year that was written, and whoever wrote that up there on the silos, their handwriting's about as good as mine, but I'll do my best to read it out. I should know it off by heart, but I don't. I love a sunburnt country, a land of sweeping plains, of ragged mountain ranges, of drought and flooding plains. I love her far horizon, I love her jewel sea, her beauty and her terror, the wide brown land for me. And as I said, it may be brown out here at some times, but at the moment it is beautiful and green. Wildflowers everywhere, stunning countryside out here. New South Wales, it's not just the coastline that's beautiful. This coming up through this way we came on the way is just magnificent, everyone. Absolutely beautiful. Now, there's another silo around Wixie said, and it's got an Anzac theme on there. Let's see if we can find that. Hopefully it's on the way out of town, eh? G'day everyone, and welcome to Narrabri, New South Wales. Central New South Wales, I guess you could say. Central country New South Wales. You can tell you're out in the country. Listen to the cockatoos and the birds. Late afternoon, about 5:45. We've got the Weber on over there cooking up some chicken wings that Gidgey left over, and some pork spare ribs and some sausages for tonight. We're at the Narrabri, what's it called? The Narrabri Showgrounds. That's the one, the Showgrounds. That's a big word for me. The Narrabri Showgrounds. $28 a night for power and water. Big grassy side. I tell you what, my days of caravan parks are coming to an end, guys. I know caravan parks isn't camping, and but they're convenient sometimes. We are staying in one tomorrow night. I'll tell you why. But we've been doing the showgrounds and behind pubs and that a fair bit of this trip, and it's been fantastic. It really has. And 28 bucks. You get on the coast, caravan parks are charging 60, 70, Punts End Bay up in Cape York, 120, Cam and Tiff was saying, a night. Here we are at a beautiful big green spot. We didn't have to unhook, we just came in, keep hitched up so we can get an early start tomorrow. 28 bucks for power, water, and a beautiful, the weather, it's cooling down. It's going to be a cool night, 5 degrees tomorrow morning, but the afternoon was beautiful. Me and Roz were sitting out here we're still sitting out here having a drink with Raph on the grass. Absolutely, yeah. So we'll have a look through Narrabri, and that drive from Newcastle up through here is stunning, absolutely stunning, guys. If you haven't been out into the country, you've got to get out here. It is the real Australia, it really is. Get off the coast. I know the coastline's beautiful of New South Wales, I keep saying that, but the country's beautiful as well. It really is. So anyway, this is what it's all about. We got the Weber Q out, we're cooking up, having a sizzle up, and tomorrow night we're heading to St George, everyone. We are staying in a caravan park tomorrow night, River Gums or something it's called, 35 bucks a night. So when you get out in the country, things get a bit cheaper, I reckon. Even the fuel down here, 170 for diesel, low 170s through country New South Wales. That's cheaper than up home. Cheaper than up home. We're in the bloody high 180s up home. Low 170s here in country New South Wales. Yeah, tomorrow night, special night, we're going to go to the pub, catch up with Tofty and Elisa and Scotty Jennings and Tennille, guys. So 2 really good mates of mine. We're going to catch up for a countery in St George tomorrow night. And then when we leave St George, we're going to go to Surat, go to the cemetery, pay our respects to Fishman Fecky and his son Kobe. And then we'll punch north and up the Carnarvon Highway, maybe stay at Injune or somewhere like that. But anyway, in the meantime, we'll probably crack a red wine, just for you, Brett. Brett goes, blokes don't drink wine. So yeah, we'll crack a red wine. Roz is still turning over the chicken niblets and wings and all that type of stuff there. We're going to sit back and yeah, go in the van a bit later. She's going to get a bit cool, and we got power, so we can fire up the little fan heater if we need it. All right, see you tomorrow. How good's that? Can't beat country Australia, guys. The trotter's here. Pretty cool. I haven't seen that in real life for a long time. Must be his final lap, guys. He's under it now. Boy, oh boy, you can go. Geez, they must be fit animals to do that. Unbelievable. Fucking hell. Rightio guys, here we go, about to turn onto the Carnarvon Highway. We're already on the Carnarvon Highway to St George. And we're a little town called Mangindi, which is on the New South Wales side. And this is a border town, guys. Most of the towns in New South Wales, and there's some houses and that across on the Queensland side. So I think there's a bridge up here. When we go across the bridge, we're in Queensland. So yeah, a little town of Mangindi, which I've really never heard of before. I don't think I've ever been down this way before, but anyway, should be an interesting little place on Origin night, wouldn't it, with most of the people New South Welshmen and the other side of the bridge are Queenslanders. So I'm just wondering if all the people on this side of the bridge must wish all the houses were built on the other side so that they were Queenslanders. So yeah, a little town. I think I can see the bridge up ahead, which is the Queensland border. Coffee shop. Entering cotton country too, everyone. So this bloke's reverse parking, so I'll give him some room. Once you see him doing this, you just stay back and let him reverse in. Rightio. There we go. This pub, the Jolly Swagman Hotel with the 4X sign. So you know you're getting close to Queensland when you see the 4X signs. Couple little coffee shops on the way through. Police station there. And we're over the bridge. We should see a Queensland sign, all going well. Maybe.
On the other side, probably.
Barwon River. So it's on the Barwon River. Here we go. Queensland, in Queensland. So wasn't much of a sign, was it? That sign was piss poor. Crisafulli, get your shit together. Get a big welcome to Queensland sign at Mangindi. That was piss poor, everyone. I was waiting for a big Queensland sign. No rabbits in Queensland. So all you New South Walesmen, you're not allowed up here. All you bunch of rabbits. Righto, let's go. Out to St. George. We're at a little town called Thallon, everyone, in Queensland, South Queensland. About 80 kilometres from St. George. And some more silos. I remember Terry and Robin were here recently, and there's a viewing platform up here. Rafa said, let's go and check the silos out, everyone. There's bloody budgerigars on the first one I can see. Sheep. There's 6 silos, only 4 of them are painted up. I wonder if they'll paint the other 2, but boy oh boy, they look good, don't they? I'll see if I can zoom in a bit more for you. So it's called the watering hole. The grain corp silos you see before you, which you'll see in a minute, guys, are the lifeblood of the district. They were built in the 1970s and many locals involved in their construction. The Thallon Grain Corp depot is one of the largest in Australia, and in 2016, 290,000 tonnes of grain were delivered to this site from surrounding farms. Wow. So I'll put her on 2x and give you a closer look. I'm too dumb to work out how to zoom it, guys. Anyway, budgerigars on the left one, the Moonee River, the second one. Bloke mustering up his sheep, and more sheep on the fourth one. Pretty sure Terry said at night they light them up with a light, so they look fantastic at night time. Yeah, the Thallon caravan park, powered dump point and everything. That wouldn't be a bad little spot to stop for an overnighter. Fire pits and everything in there. Righto, 80 k's to St. George. Righto, so we're all set up at the River Gums van park in St. George, everyone. Not a bad little van park, nice location. We've walked straight across the road to a place called Jack Turtle Weir, everyone. And this is the Ballon River, which, if you watch my old clips, Surat's on the Ballon River. Surat's an hour up the road. We'll be going there tomorrow, guys. But yeah, boy oh boy, I've never seen this part of St. George before. I've always just travelled through. The Ballon River, this is beautiful. It's certainly a lot wider here than it is in Surat. It's only a tiny little river an hour up there. But yeah, this is the where the weir is. Probably get their drinking water from there. And I think I saw a sign on the way in saying it's the inland fishing capital of Queensland or something. The Blonde River. Our old mate, guys, fisherman Fecky, he used to love his inland fishing, catching yellow belly and Murray cod. But this is fantastic. She's a brown old river, the Blonde. And that's something you don't see up home. Kids swimming in the river. There's a good reason for that. There's big snapping logs up where I live, but they're not down here. It's too cold for them. So the kids are all bloody... Righto, I'll come and get some video of yous.
My name's Riley, I'm from Toowoomba.
Riley from Toowoomba, in he goes.
Jackson from St George.
Jackson from St George, in he goes.
Hayden from St George.
Hayden from St George. They're doing some good bombies.
Ava from St George.
Ava from St George. Is the water cold? Yeah. I was just saying before, I'm from up near Cairns and you don't see kids swimming in the rivers up there because there's big snapping logs.
Yeah.
Big crocodiles. Yeah, so anyway, what's it like living in St George, kids?
What's it like?
Yeah.
It's alright.
Yeah?
It's very hot. It gets very hot.
It gets hot in summer, doesn't it? Yeah. No, that's all right. Anyway, you got a nice river to swim in summer. That's all right. You wouldn't have been doing this a few weeks ago. It would have been too cold.
We came in 2 weeks ago and it was terrible.
Cold.
Too cold, eh? Yeah. I said when I was your age, I used to live in Surat, just up the road and go to school in Surat.
Oh, yeah.
So we're on our way back up through there now. So anyway, say good day to everyone on YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
And you'll be able to watch yourselves in a week or so, eh?
Alright, thank you.
What a beautiful part. I've never seen this part of St George before. Wow, if you're wondering why we're staying in St George, guys, I've told you before, Tofty and Scotty Jennings catching up for dinner tonight. But yeah, it's a bit like Surat. I said to Roz, this is like the Blonde River in Surat, only on steroids. Surat's done their riverfront up with a nice little park areas and all that. This is on a bit of a bigger scale here in St George, but yeah, all these country towns, guys, that are on rivers, as you know, they all flood. This is absolutely beautiful. I'll tell you what, the days are glorious. A little bit windy, but look at that. Come down here for a barbecue. Free barbecues. Come down here, have a barbecue, have a picnic. Throw a fishing line in if you want. Try and catch a yellow belly or a Murray cod, which are the big fish along here inland. A few exercise stations along. So yeah, these country towns, guys, if you're city slickers, get out and have a look at these country towns. They're bloody nice. They really are. And tomorrow we're travelling, we've decided now to take a different route. We're going to a little town called Theodore, which I can't remember ever being to. It's another inland town on the way north, and we're going to stay in a little place called Theodore at a free campsite there. And then I think the night after that we're going to punch out to the coast and stay at the Barra Crab, one of our favourite places at Clairview, halfway between Mackay and Rockhampton. But have a look at that. Absolutely fantastic, isn't it? G'day everyone. Morning. Oh dear. Always dread this bit. We're at the Surat Cemetery. Going to pay our respects. I'll never come through this town again, guys, without calling in here. Paying respects to Fisherman Fecky. And now his son Kobe, everyone. You know, earlier in the year, Fecky's son Kobe took his own life. Please, if you are ever in that situation where you even start thinking about that, please reach out to someone. Reach out to your friends. Reach out to your family. Go and get help. Please don't make snap decisions. It's just becoming too common now, isn't it? Dear oh dear. Thinking 72 ex-service people committed suicide in 2023. I think it was one of them. was reading a story the other day, only a young girl. She just got out of the army and she committed suicide. Couldn't handle the transition into civilian street. People do it for all different reasons, guys. But anyway, we're going to say good day to Fecky and Kobe. There's already a cooler on Fecky's grave. We're going to put a buckaroony cooler on Kobe's grave. A couple of years ago, he came down from Roma to Surat to say good day to me. A year later, here I am at his grave. It's bullshit. Anyway, I'll turn the camera off and go and pay my respects. You're right here. There he is, Fecky. The old buckaroony cooler. She's getting a little bit faded. Still there. Buckaroony patch in there from the community. Terry, your patch is still there, mate. Here's Kobe's grave, everyone. Sorry about my shadow. Kobe Noel Fechner. Here, oh dear. Only a young lad. Anyway. How about we put this beer in a cooler for you, Kobe? There we go, mate. Seen another grave, guys. Billy Frid. Went to school with him. Killed in a motorcycle accident. He's got his motorbike up there on his thing, yeah. William Lawrence Frid. Yeah. Killed in 1983, so a year. I was been in the army for a year when Billy was killed. Went to school here in Surat with Billy. Righto, we are currently on the Leichhardt Highway. We turn left at Miles and we're heading north again. At a little town called Wandoan. I don't know if I've been here before or not. Always heard of Wandoan as a kid, but don't know if I ever come and played footy here. I can't remember. Big windmill there. Tell you what, this is a nice tidy little town around here. Leichhardt Highway, guys. She's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Oh, blue dog there. This is a beautiful little rest area. And the reason I got the GoPro out, there's a little park over here. Well, this is the whole park here. Just want to show you this bit. You know, I'm ex-military. This stuff's dear to my heart. And this reminds me over here, what I'm about to show you is these little kinds of statues were everywhere in a little town called Thallon, where you saw those painted silos. I don't know who does this, but they're very, very clever. This is a little Anzac Memorial Park. It's very well done. Wandoan Arts Council, Navy, Army and Air Force insignias there. The poppy on there, what a great little chair that is. Fantastic. And over here, nice little garden. That's all rosemary planted in there. And as you know, on Anzac Day, everyone wears a sprig of rosemary for Anzac Day. Got a Anzac type significance. But look at this. Aussie soldier with his slouch hat on. His 303 rifle. And this is made out of, have a look at it, spanners, old spanners or wrenches as John and Slacken would say. Spanners and springs and all that type of stuff. Very, very, very clever. Whoever does that, a lot of work goes into that, it really does. Look at it, just spanners on the, incredible. You can tell it's a 303, they've done a good job with that. Yeah, rosemary there, guys, you pick it off, you can smell it, you could throw a sprig of that straight on your leg of lamb in the oven. It's a beautiful little park here. And just looking over towards the town and that, really, really tidy. These little country towns, I keep saying it, they just keep impressing me. Wandoan Soldiers Settlers, or Soldier Settlers Avenue of Honour. There you go. Rafa's having a look around, stretching his legs. There's the ode there. Got the kangaroo and the kiwi for the Anzacs. Wandoan Soldier Settler Scheme, 52 and 54. Well, soldier settler, so I'm tipping maybe at the end of World War II, soldiers were, I don't know, maybe given a bit of land or whatever. Not quite sure, I'd have to look into that, but a bit like our Irish up at home. Soldiers returning from World War I were given a block of land so they could start a business and all that type of stuff. A bit like the Romans soldiers do 22 years and they got a block of land and all that. I did 20 years and got a pissy little pension. There you go. Anyway, I'm not whinging. Richard James Barry. Yeah, so these are the people who must have been granted some land and that around here. That's why they call it the Avenue of Honour. There you go. I'd have to look into that. Wandoan ballot. Old gun over here. Lead the way, Raffer. Not sure, this looks like an old World War I gun actually. A Krupp field gun, there you go, World War I, 14 to 18. It's a German gun. There you go. 5.9 inch howitzer. Manufactured by Krupp, German. So yeah, that's a German field gun from World War I. It's obviously been returned or captured and brought back to Australia after the war, everyone. Got the wooden wheels on there. Who knows how many Allied soldiers that gun may have killed in World War I. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Really does. Old barbed wire there. Big windmill turning. You know you're out in the country when you see the big windmills. Anyway, there you go, Wandoan, Anzac Park. Fantastic. What a great little town. It's good to pull up to places like this, stretch your legs, have a tinkle, nice clean toilets there, have a tinkle, have a drink, refresh for 10 minutes, because you do get tired driving on these pretty boring roads, to be honest, up through the Leichhardt Highway and that. So it's important you pull over, have a rest, stretch your legs, splash your face, all that type of stuff, and just refresh, and you're good to go for another couple of hours. And hopefully in 2 hours time, we'll be at our destination for tonight, little town called Theodore. Everything going well so far, touch wood. BT50 and the caravan are travelling well. We'll give Rafa a drink and we'll get back on the road. Righto. Might be. Thirsty lad. Well, morning everyone from Theodore. Not a bad little town. It's the river down there. And I'll tell you what, this little free rest area here at Theodore, really, really good. By the river. Really good toilets and showers there. Barbecue areas, barbecues, shelters. Beautiful big park. Beautiful river to look at. And it's walking distance to the pub. Roz and I went down there last night. Hey, big shout out to the Theodore Hotel. I had the best beef ribs I've ever had there last night. Barbecue, bourbon, glazed beef ribs. Roz had the crispy pork belly. One of the best pub counter meals we have ever had. In a little country town in the middle of nowhere. Can you believe that? Sensational counter meals. The ribs were sensational. Oh boy, I'll be coming back here again one day for those ribs. Righto, time to get on the road, eh? What do you reckon, Rafa? We're going to head up north of Mackay today, I think. Back up to North Queensland. Just before we leave this nice little town of Theodore, thought I'd show you the park there. They've got the little Anzac memorial, little war memorial there. They obviously have Anzac Day here. And I thought I'd show you the water tower. How cool is this? We've seen the silos painted up. This is the Theodore water tower, everyone. A girl there having a fishing rods, and look at that. Big black cockatoo up the top. Hope you can see that all right on the GoPro, everyone. But yeah, the whole water tower is all painted up. Gee whiz, it looks good. Just adds a bit of character to town, doesn't it? You know, like when you see things like that. Looking into the sun now, sorry. Let's see if we can get out of the sun a bit. That's better. See how that comes up. When it's out there, kookaburras and all that type of stuff. That looks like barramundi. Yeah, fantastic. Righto, time to start heading north, eh? G'day everyone, our last night on the road is at the Leap Hotel, just north of Mackay. Sorry about the noise, we're right on the highway. Bit of a tragic story this. It's a statue there of Aboriginal lady and a baby. 1867. An Aboriginal lady, who I've forgotten her name now, was being chased by, well, there's a couple of stories. White men. The other story is police and also native trackers were chasing her. She was carrying her baby at the time. Back in 1867, we all know what used to go on back in those days, don't we? Anyway, she was being chased by the police basically, and she jumped off that mountain with her baby in her arm, newborn baby in her arm, so that they couldn't capture it. Why they were chasing her, nobody knows. But anyway, it's a tragic story, and that's the leap. She did the leap off that hill there, that very hill in 1867. And here we are, the Leap Hotel. And I think it's important that they tell that story. I think if I did some research into that, you'd probably find out why she was running from the police. Who knows? Or whether it was police. Other stories have said she was running from white men. So, I don't know. Tragic story anyway, wasn't it? I've also heard that the baby survived. I find that hard to believe. And that's what the Leap Hotel, guys, got its name. Way back to 1867. Indigenous woman jumped off that very hill there. Dear oh dear, very tragic. Righto, final morning everyone. Final morning from the Leap, just north of Mackay in North Queensland. We've made it to North Queensland, only just. The old Barry, I've got gearbox problems everyone. That gearbox has been playing funny games for a while now. Anyway, she's making funny noise in 6th, so I'm limping her home in 5th. And I'm up for some money when I get home, I think. The gearbox is going to have to come out and get inspected. Talking to Brad Howell, he said, yeah, common problem, mate. 5th and 6th gear in those Ford Ranger gearboxes. Crazy Dog just did his gearbox in his Ford Ranger, and it looks like it is my turn to cough some money up. Anyway, as long as it gets me home today, that's all I'm worried about. This is a popular little spot. Someone come in last night and squeezed in between me and Jeff over there. We had a beautiful counter meal last night at the Leap Hotel, everyone. I had a big crumb steak, it was a beauty. Anyway, there it is there, what a sad story. 1867, that Aboriginal woman jumped off that bloody mountain there with a newborn child, escaping the white men that were chasing her. Dear oh dear. Anyway, that's the whole story behind the Leap Hotel, where it got its name. Anyway, that's the Bruce Highway, guys. I'm looking south there. 8 hours. Let's hope we make it. And I get to do a clip. All right, thanks for tuning in. I don't know how this clip's going to come out, everyone. I've been taking bits and pieces along the way. Hope you've enjoyed it. And we'll catch you again next time, eh? Next adventure, I might have a new gearbox in the BT50. Take it easy, look after each other, eh? And we'll catch you again soon. Bye now.